Have you felt that something is shifting on the global stage ever since the recent solar eclipse? This sense of tension may not be entirely imagined. There is a continual friction in Eastern Europe, in the Middle East, and then there is this growing political and social tension that's happening in India itself. Historically, eclipse is rarely a one-day event. In mundane astrology, its effect can unfold over months, leaving behind a shadow that becomes visible only when the later planetary transits activated. Mundane astrology, that is the political, the geopolitical astrology, looks at planetary cycles through the lens of collective events. Political upheaval, conflict, economic pressures, social movements. An eclipse can be thought as planting a seed. The real activation comes later when Mars, Shani, Saturn, or the lunar nodes, Rahu, Ketu, trigger the eclipse degree. Mars is particularly important in mundane astrology क्योंकि Mars represents action, confrontation, military force, the urge to break through resistance. When Mars forms difficult relationships with Saturn or the nodes, that is Rahu Ketu, pressure can build rapidly. The result can be a geopolitical pressure cooker, where tensions that have been simmering beneath the surface suddenly surface. They explode, they demand attention. This doesn't mean that astrology predicts a specific war or an event. Rather, it points towards periods where existing tensions may become more difficult to contain. Now, let's bring this closer home into the India chart. Using the commonly referenced independence charts for India, we find a significant concentration of energy connected with Cancer in the third house. The third house is important in mundane astrology because it relates to communication, neighbors, borders, information flow, national narrative. As we move towards October, the focus shifts. Sun and Mars are moving through Libra. They activate the India's sixth house themes, that is conflict, opposition, competition, disputes, the ability of government to deal with challenges. This makes October very significant. It's a period worth watching. Not necessarily because one dramatic event will happen in October, but because planetary patterns suggest that there is heightened friction, sharper political rhetoric, and pressure on authority and decision making that is centered around the time period of October. So here's the larger picture. Eclipse doesn't deliver its message in one event or immediately. Plants a seed. Then months later, planetary triggers can activate the seed, bringing unresolved tensions, power struggles, and structural changes to the surface. Whether you view this through mundane astrology, through geopolitics, through psychology, through celestial cycles, the months ahead deserve our attention. October is a particularly revealing window. So, what do you think this cosmic storm is going to begin? Let me know in the comments. What are your predictions? And let's watch the skies together. Namaste.